Hi everybody. So this video, I feel like I didn't really plan it out well because I wanted to show you my breakfast while I ate it. Check it out. I got kale, I got eggs, gorgonzola and Parmesan cheese, and I got some vegetarian sausage patties. But Orbit, my dog, keeps barking at me because she wants the sausage patties. So you'll just have to forgive her, okay? And then I have red wine, of course. All good days start with getting drunk. So anyways, a lot of people will talk about when they hear about veganism or vegetarianism, they'll say that, oh, I could never do that. That's really hard to do. Now, I myself, I'm not exactly full-on vegan or vegetarian. I'm more of like I'm like a 5-day-a-week vegetarian. Like I eat meat sometimes. Okay, check out this is part of my patty. Orbit really likes that, and she wants some more. So people will say like, oh, you can't feed vegan vegetarian stuff to a dog. That's cruel. Look at her. She wants this. She's like, she'll bark at me and she'll sit. Good girl. I have to share my food with her. So anyways, yeah, they'll say it's really hard. You couldn't do it, but I figured I would make a video that would kind of show you how I transitioned from full-on eating meat to cutting back a lot to where I only eat meat about 2 days a week. And there's certain steps you take. Okay, so the first step that you need to take is set your goal. What type of diet do you want to have? Do you want to be a vegetarian, pescatarian, vegan? What is it? What's your goal? You have to look at the steps that you would take. So say like if you live in the South like I did, you grew up eating a lot of meat. You would eat steaks, ribs, chicken, pork, whatever. You would look at this. It looks like what sausage typically looks like, but if you look real close, it's kind of like a veggie patty. I'll get to this in a second. You need to be able to choose the right one. So you got to look at your priorities. Wait. Sorry, I skipped ahead. I looked at my notes. I'm eating breakfast as I do this. And Orbit is a really cute distraction. So you got to set your goal. If you want to be vegan, you have to look at everything in your diet and other things besides. But I'm just talking about diet in this video. If you want to go vegan or vegetarian, you have to look at all the things that you eat in the day that are animal-based products or meat products or whatever, and think, you have to figure out which ones, what food you need to cut. And the next step to going vegan, vegetarian would be to prioritize. So the way I did it was I was eating everything. Okay, I was eating pork, chicken, fish, beef, eggs, cheese, all sorts of dairy products, milk. And so I sat down and I said, okay, if I want to eventually be vegan, I'm not going to do all this cold turkey, pun intended, because that's really hard to do. So, and I'd probably be less likely to stick to it. So what I need to do is I need to come up with like, what's it called? A list of things that I can give up easier than others. And this kind of goes hand in hand with the next step, I would say, which is finding replacements. Okay? So say, for example, you want to give up pork, but you really fucking love bacon. Everyone loves bacon. Okay? Orbit loves bacon. I love bacon. But here's the thing. If you go to Target, I'm not even going to tell you to go to a health food store. You can go to Target. You can go to Safeway. Probably Kroger, Foodland, wherever. She's trying to steal my sausage off my plate while I'm looking at the camera. You can go to any grocery store, any big grocery store. You can go to Target. And there's this brand called Morningstar. They make the same veggie patties as if you go to Subway, you can get a veggie patty from them, which I recommend trying a foot long or 6-inch veggie patty from Subway. It's really good. Morningstar is a good brand. They make especially good bacon and sausage, and then their black bean patties are pretty cheap and they're really, really delicious. But so the what I was trying to say about prioritizing. So figure out which one you can give up easiest. So for me, the first thing I could give up was pork. Okay, because I didn't really eat too much pork, honestly. I'd eat bacon if I was out someplace that had it and offered it, or maybe for breakfast sometimes. But I never ate it. Like, I didn't like ribs that much. I mean, yeah, I like them, but I never like really crave them. The main meat food that I like is like a rare steak, maybe like a really good burger, like something like the Bacon Ultimate Cheeseburger from Jack in the Box is one of my favorite burgers. And there's also this French cafe over in Pearl City out here in Hawaii called Latour's. There's some other locations, but they have this burger that has like okra and shit in it. It's just, it's so good. But you wanna take one thing at a time out of your menu, okay? I figured I'd get rid of pork first because it's the unhealthiest and I eat it the least. So I didn't really notice a change there. If you are somebody who eats a lot of bacon and sausage or whatever, then you might want to find a vegetarian alternative to it and just try them out, because a lot of people will make blanket statements saying that, oh, all vegetarian options of food are bad, they don't taste good, there's no flavor. Well, look, the flavor in meats that you like 9 times out of 10 comes from plants. Okay, if you eat any type of seasoning is plants and herb based. You get like that hickory smoke flavoring that you really like on a rack of ribs. That's, plant stuff. That's not a natural flavor of the pork. I mean, some meat does taste good on its own, but a lot of the flavoring that people like is plant based, and you can find that. You can recreate flavor. I mean, come on, it's the current year. We can create fake flavors. So then I got rid of dairy. At least I got rid of milk. I still eat cheese because fuck. If you ever eat Gorgonzola cheese, that shit's the shit. That's the best fucking... That's like God's dick. Like God's jizz is Gorgonzola cheese. It's fucking awesome. It's this dank cheese that tastes... Or I don't know if it tastes like paint thinner, but it smells like paint thinner. Hold on a second. Okay, I thought the barking had subsided, but I think there's like a dog or something across the street making weird noises. So Orbit's kind of freaking out. But she'll be okay. So... okay. Next thing I stopped doing was dairy. I used to really like frappuccinos, milkshakes, and stuff like that. That really led to a lot of health problems because I was eating that all the time. I had a frappuccino like every day, and it kind of fucked up my my heart. I think it raised my blood pressure, and I gained some weight, which I think they kind of go hand in hand, But so I had to cut that stuff out, and so it's kind of an easy transition. For one, I cut down on my frappuccinos a lot. Whenever I go to Starbucks, I get like an iced matcha, which is still not really that good, but I always get it with soy milk. And if I go to any other place, I always get it with almond milk, because Starbucks doesn't have almond milk as an option. But you can get like here in Hawaii. Orbit, shh. Here in Hawaii, they have the milk here is like $9 a gallon. So it's kind of like when I moved here, I wanted to quit smoking, and it was very easy because a pack of cigarettes here is like $11. Like a cheap pack of cigarettes is $11. In Tennessee, it was $3. I get a pack of cigarettes for $3. Here, it costs me a lot more money. So it's like, fuck, is this pack of cigarettes really worth over an hour of my life? Maybe like 2 hours of my life after taxes? Fuck no. So that kind of helped to me quitting smoking. I don't smoke now. I haven't smoked in like 2 years. But same thing with milk. I stopped buying it. When I was in Tennessee, I would buy milk. And instead, I'd buy cashew milk or almond milk. And at Target, I do most of my grocery shopping at Target because they have the best prices here. I always get almond milk or cashew milk, and you can get a gallon for like $3. In other places, it's like $6 for a gallon, but I always try to find the deals, because I'm kind of broke all the time. It's expensive to live in Hawaii. So that's it. I was able to get rid of milk by switching to the other products. And then if you can go to like a vegetarian section in a grocery store, you can find things like seitan, I think is how it's pronounced, Seitan. It's like it tastes like steak. It doesn't have the same texture as steak. Like steak is kind of thick, and juicy. This one's like, it's thinner, but it's still juicy, and it's really good. It's really good. And you can get all the same protein from plants as you can from meat. This is something that a lot of people don't know, is that your body, you're really not going to go protein deficient. One of these little sausage patties has 9 grams of protein. Okay? One little patty, 9 grams of protein. I just ate 3 of them. That's 27 grams. Plus, I still eat eggs. I haven't cut back on that. I'm more vegetarian than vegan. I would like to be vegan someday, but I would need a plant-based Gorgonzola cheese or Lindenberg cheese to be able to cut my addiction to that. So, to go back over what we have. First, you're going to set a goal. Figure out, okay, I want to become vegan. I want to become pescatarian. Whatever it is. And you're going to prioritize. What am I more willing to get rid of first? What am I least attached to out of all these things? And then you're going to figure out replacements. Okay, so if there's a meat that you like, you just got to find a plant-based version of it. Try it out. Look at the different options. There's a Morningstar has their bacon. I think is better than regular bacon, than real bacon. Same with their sausage. I think their sausage is better than real sausage. Now, I can't say the same thing about other vegan brands of things, because I've had like vegan bacon that I thought was kind of shitty. But also, I was always more of a turkey bacon kind of guy too, even when I did eat a lot of meat. I just like the softer texture of it. I don't really like the crispy that much. But the Morningstar bacon, you can make it crispy, and it still tastes really good. Orbit really likes it, so it passes the dog test. Our cats, they like plant-based foods too. We don't force our animals not to eat meat. Like, we still give them their kibble and wet foods and stuff. But every time I cut open an avocado, for example, Orbit freaks the fuck out and is like, dude, give me that thing. What are you doing? Give me that. And so I always give her like half of the shell of the avocado, because she really likes eating the inside of it. She likes to taste the avocado. She chews on it, and it's just she tears it up and puts it all over the floor. It's pretty cute. And then they also freak out over lemongrass. We have lemongrass growing outside, and anytime we make a curry, we'll put lemongrass in it, and we bring it inside, and all the animals are sitting, looking up at us like with the saddest faces, and they're all like real friendly and cuddly. They want the lemongrass. So cats, they can eat plants. Dogs can eat plants too. It's not abusive. I mean, don't only feed them that, but if they want to have some beer, Orbit likes beer too. Anytime I have like a glass of beer, she'll always like jump over and start drinking it. She used to really like red wine. Like when she was a puppy, if I wasn't careful, she would drink all of my wine and then roll around. So I had to start being more mindful about where I put it. But she doesn't like red wine anymore. She likes beer now. Mostly Corona. She's kind of funny about that. Orbit, stop. Okay, that's pretty much all I got on that. So, set your goal. Figure out what you want to do. This video wasn't about telling you why you should go vegan or vegetarian. This is just if you want to then this is kind of how I started to do it. And there's going to be some vegans watching this that say, "Oh, well, you're still, supporting the murder of animals and stuff like that." Well, look, this is how I see it. Okay, if a lot of people are not black and white, they're gray areas, especially when things that are habits. Changing a belief by itself is hard enough. Changing a belief and then changing habits after that is really fucking hard. I grew up Christian, and when I became an atheist, it shattered my reality, But then same thing about vegan and vegetarian, it's like, wow, you watch some documentaries about how animals are treated, and you see how smart they can be, and how much they love each other, and how innocent they are when they get slaughtered. You see how harmful it is to the environment, and the whole meat industry is just really fucked. It's a lot like the pharmaceutical industry, where it's just fucked. But I'm not here to argue why you should be vegan, vegetarian in this, but once you come to the conclusion that that's your goal, that's what you want, then I just thought I would share kind of how you can ease yourself into changing your habits. Because if the habit looks too hard to change, most people will just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm this far, whatever, it's not that big a deal, there are more important things to worry about. Maybe there are. But this is an important issue that people can focus on and try to fix. So, set your goal, prioritize what meats and animal products would you have the most trouble getting out of your habits or getting out of your daily routine. What can you replace it with? And then just take baby steps. Eventually you'll get there. And the less animal products that you consume, the less animals have to die. The less animals have to die. Thank you for completing my sentence. Thank you for completing my sentence, Orbit. Alright. Peace.